It's Tech Talk. Today we're looking at the Patriot Viper V380. This is a virtual 7.1 surround sound headset with full RGB spectrum lighting. As you can see right here on the box, looks very nice. It's showing off at the bottom here that it's part of the Expert series of headsets from the Gamer Certified line that they have to offer. This one here is at the higher end range of their headsets, so hence, if you're into competitive gaming or playing games all night long, well, this headset could very well be for you. At the back here, it kind of stresses out a little bit more of those features that we're going to look at. More so, it's all about the ergonomic design, the closed ear design with that passive noise canceling that it has to offer. The 53mm drivers for that enhanced bass. We want some good sound coming out of those oversized ear cups, of course. And the full spectrum RGB illumination. That's great. We want to be able to control and match that through the software that it has to offer. You can have all the effects and so forth set out there. So I like the noise canceling. I like the sensitivity that it has there also. So these drivers, this size 53mm driver, is really supposed to show us some deep, good bass coming out of there. That's what I'm looking forward to. So in the box, when we open this up, nothing too much out of the ordinary. It's packed very nicely, as you can see there, with the foam to protect it. So they've done a good job there so it doesn't get wrecked. You want this to come brand new out of the factory. You can see there the detachable mic, which again, like I mentioned, is noise canceling on that. Has a little blue LED. I'll show you that once it's plugged in and up and running. And that's pretty straightforward for that piece. The cable there, good size, long cable, as you can see, about 2 meters in length, strong braided design, good solid construction, as you can see right there. Unfortunately, the cable does not detach from the actual headset itself, so keep that in mind, but very comfortable, long, and I won't get in the way of things. Now, first impressions when I took this out of the box, obviously nice mesh finish there. It's not shiny and glossy. It's got nice leather feel to it, as you can see all around. So you want really good comfort, and that's why I don't mind using that for hours on end. In the box, of course, you get a little quick start guide, nothing out of the ordinary there, just explaining about the different types of features, the buttons to mute your mic, for example, and so forth. So let's take a closer look, shall we? So first things first, like I said, it's got a matte finish. The cups are oversized, and they're basically cut out to cover your entire ear, no matter how big it is. I do like the embossed Viper logo there at the top of that leather band, so that's very nice with the stitching. Gives it a nice premium feel to it. Nice soft leather as well at the top, so that's very nice. That matches, of course, with the ear cups, so that's good to see. And you can see also that the cups have like a shape that is not completely round like you might find in some standards, so that's pretty interesting design. And I like the nickel metal feel to it. Again, gives it a nice heavy solid feel to it, but they aren't actually heavy at all, so the actual headset is pretty lightweight. So whether you have a small head or a big head, you can obviously adjust the length there so it'll fit appropriately on your head. And the swivel, well, there's pretty limited swivel, as you can see there. It doesn't twist 180 to fold in. It just swivels up and down on the sides, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so the cup, like I said, has a nice design to it. You can see here on the bottom where the earlobe is. It's kind of interesting that they want to make sure that it completely encloses everything for that passive noise canceling. I don't want to take this out, but I'm sure that this piece here comes out should you need to clean the inside at one point in the future, so that's pretty good. And in here is where basically you would attach the external mic. So should you want to use the mic, obviously you would point that in the right direction here. It just clicks into place. Okay, so that's pretty much standard. Most mics are like that, but you have the option there, and that's good. And then you can face this the way you want, not too close. Obviously, you don't want to have it touching your mouth. You want it to be a little bit further to the side. And through the software, you can actually add special effects to your voice, change it stuff like that, and I'll show you that in just a moment as well. So that's pretty neat. Now on the look, there's a little mic there, hole as well. Looks like it. So also the swivel, like I said, just has a little bit on the sides. That's pretty much it. And one of the cups has the controls for the volume. Okay, so keep that in mind. Just takes a little bit to get used to, but once you know that it's all on one side, then you'll be able to access the LED button to disable or enable that and go through that, the volume and the mute for the mic. It's all there on one side. Okay, it's all there on one side. So they don't try to make it too hard, but you just got to get used to it, right? Other than that, nothing really else to tell you. I mean, I do like that mesh feel. I like the Viper logo there that lights up. I've gone ahead and plugged it in so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so by default, when you get it out of the box, that's how it looks. Okay, obviously you can customize this to be a different color, but rainbow streaming it is, as you can see, circulating through that, and through the software you can customize that to the way you want it. That's pretty much it. Nothing more to show you there. So why don't we take a look a little bit of something else, such as the RGB options. So if you wanted to change these controls through the software, obviously the software is free, you just download it from the site. You can set this up to be a specific color through the software. You can have it go through specific special effects, whether you want it to just beat, whether you want it to, well, do different things basically, and match the rest of your Viper gaming hardware, for example, should you have that. Okay, so the software, the V380 software here allows you to customize not just the equalizer and so forth and the volume levels, but also add maybe a little bit of clarity on the voice, so you can enable that as well. So right now I don't have the equalizer on. Okay, so as I'm recording this video, I don't necessarily have the equalizer on. I have it at the defaults, but it's there for you. The voice clarity just basically adds another level of noise suppression, I guess, so that way you don't hear any background noise, and I do not have that enabled right now either. And also you can see here the RGB, the lighting effects that I was talking about, right? Whether you want it to be the default, which is that streamer, a constant color, maybe you want it breathing, and then of course you can select from the range there of RGB colors what you want. Okay, so by default, I'm sure that this might change in the future with other updates from the Patriot Viper team. They might enhance this and add additional options for you to try, right? But that's right now on this 1.0 version, I guess, of the headset, and version 2.4 of the software. That's really what we have now. I must say there's a very interesting option here, which is the magic voice. So that's where, if I enable that, I can change that and talk into different options. So let me go ahead and do that.
This would be the dinosaur sound, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Would be the rubber ducky sound, I guess.
This would be the male voice.
This would be the female voice.
So there you have it. That's really the software in a nutshell. I mean, I don't have these options enabled right now. I'm using it, like I said, at default. But it's up to you. I'm sure that with more software updates that they provide, there might be new features. It might change the way things are and enhance this a little bit better. But overall, it's there, it's available, and you can customize the RGB the way you want it as well. And yeah, the features are pretty neat, for the voice changer, for example. So now, really what I like the most about this is obviously the ergonomic ear cup design. The sound itself is very good on the deep bass. So I'm playing Battlefield 5. The explosions, everything sounds really deep, strong. That 53mm driver really does make a difference. Okay, so you got nice midtones and treble sounds coming out of there for your music, but for gaming, it's absolutely great. Okay, and you be the judge on the mic, on the voice. You let me know and comment below. What do you think about the mic quality? And that basically explains it all right there. So definitely like the construction, and the quality does not feel cheap. I like the matte finish, and that it's not glossy as well. If you have any interest on other similar products, I've added some videos here for you to click on and maybe you want to watch those as well. Definitely recommend this, and I'd like to thank the Patriot Viper Memory series of gaming peripherals. I'll add the latest pricing below, which I believe is currently at $90 US or less. And comment, let me know what you think. And again, thank you for watching.